Hello, dear students. In the previous class, we have discussed the plants, life, animal, and birds that are found in desert and how they cope, how they live in the desert. Today, we'll talk about the adaptation of desert animals. As we have already discussed in the previous class, the adaptations are the special features. So, today we'll talk about camel. The camel is known as ship of the desert. Camel is used in desert as a mode of transportation, so that's why it is known as ship of the desert. Camel often grow up to 2.1 meter in height. Usually the average height is 2.1 meter. Camel have wide cushioned feet that spread out as they walk on sand. It is difficult to walk on sand, but the feet of the camels are wide and cushioned, like cushion. They are soft, so its can easily walk on sand. They have tough parts on their chest and knee that support their body weight as they kneel down. Their body weight is adjusted so that they can move and sit properly. To protect themselves from sandstorm, they have 2 rows of eyelash which help them keep the sand out of their eyes. They can also close their nostril completely. As in desert, there is sand everywhere and there could be sandstorms. So to protect from sand, their eyes have 2 rows of eyelash. They have thick eyelash, so the sand does not enter their eyes. Also, they can close their nostrils. They can close their nose so that the sand does not goes in. A camel has no organ to store water. There is no special organ for storing water, but uses water efficiently. Camel utilizes or uses the water very carefully. It does not have any special organ to save water. Its kidneys and intestine help in retaining water by making urine thick and feces dry. The wastage from the body of water is very low. The feces is dry and the urine is very thick. That means the kidney and intestine, they work in such a way that the waste that is going out from the body contains no or very less water. A thirsty camel can drink more than 100 liters of water at one time. This water goes to the various body tissue. If a camel is thirsty at one time, it can drink around 100 liters of water. Camel can survive with very little food and water if need arises. If camel does not get food or water for a long time, it can survive. Since they barely sweat, camels conserve water. Do you know, when we sweat, the water from the body is going out. So camel, they don't sweat. So the water, in this way they are conserving water. Conserving means they are saving water because they are not wasting it. How they are not wasting? By not sweating. Because as much as we sweat, we feel thirsty. So बिकॉज जितना हमें पसीना आता है, जितनी स्वेटिंग होती है, उतना ज़्यादा हमें प्यास लगती है. कैमल्स को स्वेटिंग नहीं होती, सो दे स्टोर वाटर, दे कंजर्व वाटर. They have a strong digestive system that help them derive water and nutrient from the thorny plants and dried grass that they eat. Other adaptation is this, whether they eat the dry grass or thorny plants. Thorny means that have thorns, कांटे वाले plants, or dried grass. Whatever they eat, their digestive system takes out water from it. When there is an abundance of food, abundance means lot of food, they store it as fat in their hump. So when they get good amount of food, they store fat in their hump. Here you can see a hump in camel at the camel's back. So here they store the fat. The camel walks in a different way from the other animal. It moves two side right legs together followed by two left side legs. This cause was noticeable swinging of its rider. The camel, it walks in a different way. It moves its right legs, both the right legs together and both the left leg together, rather using alternative one. The birds have also adapted to the extreme climate of the desert. Birds that live in desert also need to cope up in the hot desert. And how they are doing it? Birds cannot sweat. Birds don't sweat. They pant or flutter to expel heat from their body. They flutter their wings to maintain the body temperature. Birds have feathers which prevent heat loss as well as preserve body heat. Birds' feather, they maintain the temperature of the body. When the bird require, they prevent heat loss. That means they make the body warm. And when it is required, they preserve body heat. When it is required, they don't allow the body to lose heat. Some flesh-eating birds get the water they require from what they eat. Sometimes what happens, what we are eating, we are also getting water from that. So flesh-eating birds, what they eat, they fulfill their water requirement from that. Now human life. Human population in desert is very sparse. That means very less. The extreme temperature of the desert make it difficult for people to live there, as it's very hot. So it's difficult to live in such area. People in the desert live a nomadic life. Nomadic means which is not fixed. They don't live on a proper place. They move from one place to another. That is, they move from one place to another in search of food, water and other resources. As there is no water, so people don't live on a single place. They move from one place to another, and this type of life is known as nomadic life. Human settlements in desert are primarily near oases or other water bodies like river. In the desert, if there is any source of water, people usually settle near the source of water. Summer crops grown in the region are rice, maize and millets. Lentils, barley and beans and wheat are grown in winter. So here are some summer and the winter crop. There is one term which I want to discuss. Oasis. Oasis is a place in the desert where water is found. It is a very small area where there is a water, and in the desert, that is known as oasis. So the area where there is a river or the oasis, people usually settle there or live there. And if the water is very less and if it get consumed up, they move to the other area. So here the lesson number 6 finished. Please go through the video once again. In case of any query, you can contact me. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.